managed solutions versus in-house built solutions. And, we've worked together on things that related to both of these, but a lot of what we've been doing lately is the managed solution idea. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is the reduced IT footprint involved. And, while we're talking about things like servers, it's not really just that. It's also the infrastructure to be able to use some of the tools for automation, writing robotic process automation, scripting, using tools like optical character recognition aren't necessarily something that, firms have the capabilities to do technically, without investing heavily in different programs for it. And also the IT footprint from a people perspective. Most firms' IT, like you said, has really been more based on kind of support type functions and infrastructure, not necessarily so much on the development side. So bringing in people with the specific skill sets to use some of the tools that are out there right now is difficult, and probably even more challenging right now when firms are, firms IT is dealing with things like remote workforce and stuff like that, which is, a whole nother challenge in and of itself. The other piece we've talked a lot about is being able to kind of aggregate best practices from different areas or from many different firms. And I know, you've given me a number of ideas that we've been able to incorporate into some of our products that makes the product better for everybody. And other firms have given us great ideas as well that I know have benefited you. So anyway, do you want to share some of your thoughts on this component?
Certainly. I mean, as I said before, automation, whether it's done in-house or all, with an outside vendor or, a cross between the two, certainly should be done. I have definitely seen the advantages of using an outside vendor, and I think, probably there's firms on this call that, really just would have to, because they don't have they're not set up structurally or with the resources to do so. And it certainly works very well. And one of the advantages of using the outside vendor, on top of what you've already described, Brandon, is reinventing the wheel. I know at our firm when we started, some process, to automate, we weren't entirely sure exactly where we were going with it, and we ended up taking a couple of steps back and then a few steps forward. And even at one time, it was, scratch it and back to the drawing board. And, not that it in the end couldn't have worked, but it would have been nice at the beginning not to have to reinvent the wheel. And that's a great benefit of going with the outside vendors, is that they've pretty much done it before. And you can take what they have and then just adjust it to what your firm works best for, as opposed to starting the process at the beginning. Not that can't work. It's just that this pulls you a few steps ahead, or in some ways all the way ahead. So, that was just one of the things that our firm ran into, and we've definitely seen the benefits of going that way. And that's on top of, actually getting some back and forth, and, it becomes some teamwork there that you get the benefit of, where, almost the whole at the end, is greater than the sum of the parts, which is kind of nice that there's a lot of back and forth that results in, something that's better for your firm, and, and it works well.